Pirate Radio, episode 63. El Chacal. Back at it for fucking another week of just jib-jabbering, talking shit, but being right like 95% of the time. Shit, I got a 2-pound on. Fuck that shit. Yo, every week, it's just getting like, if this was like a TV show, like this shit, like right now, you can tell aliens ain't coming here. Ain't no way. We gonna like, they probably be like, no, we gonna go over there when they really, start pointing nukes at each other. For now, let's keep watching that shit. That shit feels like every season is getting way better. They probably watching from another planet, sitting down, talking shit, eating Cheetos or some shit, and just watching how this shit is unfolding. Cause this is probably better than any fucking scripted TV show ever, series or whatever, Hulu, Disney, whatever. Especially when it's at the part where reality is slapping the people in his face, and it either splitting people, how it is just now, to people who can see the bullshit, and people who are either now noticing the bullshit or just tripling down on the bullshit. Cause like this shit feels, this is why people who subscribe to like the Bible or whatever, this is why they see shit like that go on right now and be like, yo, the Bible didn't mention, you know what I'm saying? But now I do hear people that say they read the Bible front and back. I'm not gonna say I read the whole Bible, so I'm still, you know what I'm saying, on that. And you can tell I'm just copping out because I'm not reading it every day. Let me keep it real. But I do, look at this cop out. You can tell God is like, nigga, please. But I do hear it on YouTube. I know. That shit sounds like, woo, boo. I know. But hey, little by little, man. So I do, the people who say they read it front and back, they use so many different examples of like, oh, but you know, this is the time with the Bible. And then I'm like, all right, come on. Because in the Bible, it does say nobody would know. Like if, you know, for people who subscribe to the Bible, which I do, that Jesus is going to come back. Like MJ with the 4-5 with the jersey. He going to come with the 10s. He gonna score 90 points on us, yo. Yo, isn't it crazy? Like, we might live through at that time. So it's like everybody being born is like, oh, who's gonna see that? If that's for real, which, listen, I ain't gonna lie. You can tell this is when I jump to different topics, and I never remember what the hell I started with. But, you know, the Bible's kind of batting a good batting average right now, because when you see shit that's going on and you read the Bible, but not by these like preachers who just like to do like and all that shit, then they fucking whip out the tambora and shit, and you're like, yo, what the hell, we was just like, you know what I'm saying? When you really dig deep into what the Bible is, it's like, oh, okay. And if you leave it up to these scientists to tell you what the future gonna be like, they'll just keep you in a never-ending fucking prediction and hypothesis. Like, you know what I'm saying? But what the hell was the point I was talking about? But listen, one of the reasons why they coming at the Bible hard is because we're going to lose direction of our origin. Regardless of what, the Bible's so old that that's considered a sacred book just because. That was like the Thriller of books. If y'all don't believe the Bible, just think about it like that. It's the Thriller of books, and that shit forever sells. It sells so much that, you know, these little atheist news magazine spots here and there be on some shit like, yo, should we stop printing because of CO2 and climate change? They gonna use climate change for everything. And open another window. Whoop. I told you about that climate change shit. They're gonna bring that like we're the bull, and they wave the red fucking, how do you call that shit? The red sheet and shit for the bulls, like a matador. So we can run straight to it, and then that he takes it away, and that's a fucking a steel wall, and we land right on that shit. Bing! And we keep getting caught again. They lead with something, and they come with a by the way. That's how it works. Like, it's sadistic in a weird way. The reason why I say that is because you will think that world peace is what they want. But then when it makes more sense to have ongoing crime, like in New York City, it's also profitable because the city makes money through that whole jail system and all that shit. So that's the sneaky shit, you know what I'm saying? So all these mayors that are gonna keep coming and promising, they need that little promise. It's like the carrot in front of the whatever animal the fuck they put the carrots in front of, and they just keep chasing it and chasing it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. When you have somebody that really gonna clean it up, they'll set up like, oh, this guy, look what we found when he was in the 5th grade, and you be like, oh my god. That's what they do. But they never do hit pieces like that to the real people who should be criminals that are probably walking around free. You know, and y'all know the names. God damn, do I gotta repeat it all the time? Shit. Can I leave at least some little fucking Easter eggs for y'all? It's bad enough y'all don't support. The fuck I'm gonna fucking drop all the names. Y'all got a phone. I mean, get off the fucking TikTok. Shit. I sound like a parent, right? And go to sleep. Oh man. You got even the fucking hardest gangsters making videos on YouTube. The streets is crazy, man. I was laughing because, you know, I'm like, look at these gangsters. And it feels like every generation, the younger kids are just getting worse and worse. Super violent. Like, to shoot somebody, like, that should have happened in Brooklyn. At first it sounds funny because they'll probably just lead with the somebody got shot because of the cold French fries at McDonald's. And it's like, yeah, but there's a backstory. They were disrespecting the moms. Allegedly. So maybe they threw the good story in there to justify it. You never know. But according to what they're saying is just like they were disrespecting the moms. The mom came in with their kid with the son. And then the dude from inside followed him outside, who was a worker, and that's when he got shot in the neck, allegedly, I think. And from what I'm hearing today, that he's like on life support type of shit. So it's still bad on both ends. Like, you know, like just you can't justify each. Like they're both in the wrong. Like, you know how many people that I see in my job and people don't, and they just talk about how, oh my God, like, you know, you you very good, you know what I mean? But they be like, Dad, you mad polite or whatever. You can tell probably these young kids, they just treat old people like shit. What do you want, sir? Like, not like that, but like, yeah. Nah, you gotta, man, I just think about it, like, that's somebody's back. That could be my mom. Like, it's easier said than done, but listen, if you would have told me that in my 20s, I would have not had the patience for that shit. But that all starts with culture. That's why I focus on this podcast about fixing culture. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they gonna make sure they put a song that says shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it in front of a song that is about a woman wanting her man back. You will never see some song like that. That was in the 90s. They were like, we need to split these people even more. They threw in that fucking 3 6 Mafia. She's my baby mama. That song is hilarious though. But you know, little by little, and listen, we selling each other out because we will agree to that shit. If you tell somebody, listen, make a song about how white people can say nigga, and we'll give you this amount of money, somebody will do it. If we would have had culture, we would have been like, man, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? We would have set up and started marching in front of the building, embarrass them, and make them apologize. That's a unity right there. That's why you can't even say like, oh, the Holocaust was a lie. You know what the Jews gonna do? They gonna grab you with like a Hulk Hogan, like they're gonna kick you in the stomach so you can duck. They're gonna grab you by the head and put you in a headlock, and they're gonna walk you through 7 fucking museums, and then you're gonna make a video talking about, you know what? after meeting the rabbi and they say the name, I realized that this world is full of hate, and that's what you know. Like you like, oh shit, good job. And you hear the crowd in the back like, and you hear like the points going up because that's what you know. You know what's coming right behind that. That's the jab, boom, and the hook is the apology. Go and I said it before. Go and watch the Macy Gray apology. You could tell Macy Gray didn't like that shit because she was mad flat, but she was just like mad uncomfortable. I try to say goodbye. I don't like how she sings. I always said that shit as a little kid. Like if I meet her, I'll be like, oh shit, Macy Gray, but I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I ain't like that song. You know who I ain't like? Erykah Badu when she first came out. I was like, what type of bullshit is this? But, the fact that this is why sometimes in the community it's split. Look at me getting on my, I still haven't even took my fucking Heineken sip. God damn, hold up. But you could tell like sometimes in the neighborhood it's really split because if you say, yo, it's our fault, they call us a coon. And they both right and wrong. Well, they both right. Because that shit about that whole throwing crack and putting into the hoods and that was just like a honeypot for everybody to come in, swarm and arrest everybody. Years and years and years. Like that shit felt like a fucking sting operation on us. You know what I'm saying? You can make a case for that shit. And the reason why, and I think I mentioned shit in the last podcast, if that was the Jews that y'all did that shit in their hoods, they would have made 17 more movies directed by the best. There will be a Jewish group in the Avengers to be like, nigga, we gonna get this in the new. Oh wow, whatever. We just made it up 2 years ago, and written by Stan Lee. And we're like, yo, but he died like a couple years. Like it don't matter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. They'll just tell us straight out. Yeah, nigga, because that's why a unity. That's why like Dominicans. There's also kind of a weird, line of the Dominicans that come from over here or from the island and the ones here. The ones born here, we looked at lazy. And, in a lot of cases, you see that. So it's that whole thing. But you would never see, like, youth here getting together and to protest unless you shot one of their friends. And you can tell like they got to use like an old picture, like a graduation, because if you look like at all the recent pictures, they all look hooded out and you like, was he a good kid? Nah, but you know what I'm saying? And then sometimes the cops will fuck with people. These cops are on high alert. Now they don't want to do shit. Y'all was on that defund that police. It wasn't really like looked at as a big deal when the cop got ran over. That was fucking crazy. If that shit would have happened in like another country, yo, the president would have fucking sent everybody to fucking get down and just shoot you one by one. That's the ultimate disrespect, And I know that cops se pasan, right? But I also feel like if we make it a total change in the hood, which it fucking always feels like it never will happen. But if there was a total change in the hood and people would actually see cops and not be fucking sarcastic with them, not fucking see them pass by and you could just throw a suck my dick over there, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they human beings too, but just be cool with them, build a rapport, like to the point that they know you got the fucking beers. Just don't fucking beast, don't make it obvious. You think there will be cops fucking tense, pulling out guns and shit? Nah. Because they will build a rapport. So when you see cops like that, yo, we need to use the cops. And I'm not saying we got to be like, oh yeah, no, just use the cops to your advantage too. Be polite with them, old school style. Like, be polite with them, so don't make it too hot. You don't want the police on your ass too while you're over here hustling and you got other people in your block. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just, there's different ways that people can go about it, but that whole hating cop shit, we get it, but I don't know. Like, when you lose respect for the cops, nigga, like, if I just think about like this. It's easy for me to talk about like, yeah, fuck the cops. But if like, oh, hey, yo, you know, I'm your daughter's husband is a cop. Now you gotta fucking care. Now you see from his perspective, you gotta be on some like, shit, I ain't see it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they go through high stress. And then, God forbid, he don't make it. Now your daughter's there with her kid alone. Nigga, you gonna be like, fuck, man, why they kill the cop? You feel me? So let's not all act like, yeah, defund the police. Nah, hold up. It's easy to say that, but when you got somebody who a loved one or whatever, you ain't gonna be screaming it out the top of your lungs like that. And that's why I gotta be honest. That's why I see it from both sides. You know what I'm saying? So look at me getting deep on this shit. 15 minutes in. You can put the like Full House music when they play the like, you know, when like the little kids get mad and you can tell they give each other the look like who's gonna go and speak to her, and then they play like the somber music. That shit was like a We Are the World fucking petition, right? But anyways, the culture, man, because we need the youth to be ponerse la pila, because one of these motherfuckers gotta be the president. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous, whoever the president fucking 40 years from now. Think about that shit. Nigga gonna have fucking dreads and shit. Hell nah. Put a white man there and put a suit on him, man. Cause look where it's going. Like, people are really clapping for everything the Democrats did just because they Democrats. They could be like, what about we take away free speech tomorrow? Y'all be like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Y'all want to wake up when it's too late. Like, right now, that whole shit, look what's going on with Beyonce. All that Beehive shit, it ain't do shit. It ain't do shit. Now she can't say spazzed. Are you fucking kidding me? You see? And then if we bow down to that, then eventually, you know what? I'm gonna just I might as well just get ahead of the game. I'll just do it myself. I'm like, excuse me, I don't want these. I'm gonna sue, first of all. Hopefully get a settlement. And be like, you can't, you know, I'm very triggered by the word hate because of so much hate that has been going on. And I'm gonna throw the song and everything in there. I'm gonna say, especially, and then right there I gotta tear up. And then I go, especially the George Floyd massacre. Right there, they go like, oh shit. You can tell if they put a pot with the money that I'm gonna get in the settlement. That's when you see it jump like, whoop, and you see mad change. And then I'll be like, I don't want to hear the word hate in any song because it triggers me. And y'all play it too many times in the radio. Oh, come on. Hey, I'm nice or what? Huh? Give me a round of applause, man. I'm thinking like a white man now. Huh? We gonna take it there? I'm exaggerating, obviously, but what happens when that gonna happen? Oh, you know what I'm gonna match that up with? I gotta go back to the Bible. Sorry. But eventually they're gonna hit us with the, hey guys, the Bible is very homophobic, right? And we're gonna say, hell yeah. Remember they talks about that verse over here, and we all gonna look it up on our Googles, whatever. After we take off our fucking VR headset. Look at me sound like an old Gramps. Y'all kids over there with the big ass headsets on. It's 10 o'clock at night. But y'all gonna say hell yeah, and that's gonna be history wipeout. So listen, at the end of the day, everything on the internet is not stable. Like, who knows what the fuck planets are out there that you don't see nothing, no stones or whatever that got wiped out, and they probably relied on, oh, everything is on the cloud. We don't see that shit. When people come and see shit here, everything. Look at me getting in my fucking well, listen, I do say that shit because if you let the movie tell it, they always make the future look like on some I Am Legend shit. Just saying. Look at all the fucking shortages that's going on now. The oil. And how that movie, what's the movie of Mad Max about? Gasoline or something, or whatever oil that's mad sacred or whatever. And it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? That's the real doom side of it. If not, when they always show the future, it always shows a cyberpunk world. And if you look at the cyberpunk genre, you can tell people are listening like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? He ain't talking about no gangbanging and shit. I gotta take my headsets off. But when you look at the cyberpunk era, everything, like every time they show like restaurants and shit, like Neon or whatever, they all have like Asian alphabet, like letters or whatever. So like, but it's California though, 20 something in the future. And you know, the only way that will really look like that, unless you're in Chinatown of a specific, but the way they show it in so many pictures, it looks like an Asian influence. So if you look at it now, if there wasn't no Trump, and we would have been like, fuck Trump, to the point that they blinded us so bad that they was like, yo, can we kill Trump? Can we just put him right here and just chop him off like it was some 1500 shit? We would have agreed. If we were all blind, we would have agreed. If we would have all been just relying on newspapers instead of the internet, where we could all share our instant thoughts or whatever, and hopefully not get censored, we would have been like, hell yeah, take him out. You know what I'm saying? And they would have took him out. They would have lined up the future, and they would have easily handed the fucking keys to China. That's it. And then that cyberpunk, look at me going deep, that cyberpunk world would have actually looked like it came true. Somebody back there in the curtain was like, hell no, we ain't doing this shit. And they set up a fucking puppet, Trump, and they made sure they did everything in order, very nice. So now when they put Biden in, you're gonna say, what the fuck? And then what you're gonna do? We're gonna look back at Trump and we're like, oh shit, Trump was better. I was telling y'all dickheads this fucking 6 years ago, almost 5 years ago. But y'all got fooled by the media. You know, 1, 2, 3, ding, 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 ding. I warned y'all, let me be honest, you know what I'm saying? Let me toot my own horn, you know what I'm saying? So look, you know, they censoring your favorite artists. That's not good. Not in America. Uh-oh, that's my mullet coming out. Like a round stone cowboy. And my MAGA hat came out. Not my country. Nah, hell nah. I pay taxes. Nah, but come on. Come on. America is senseless. You can't do that shit to us. Censor us? What the fuck? They're gonna pretty soon move to from presidents to just kings and queens and shit. They're gonna just be super obvious. That whole shit in Britain don't fly over here. Yeah, call motherfuckers here presidents. Ain't nobody gonna be fucking our king, our majesty. Man, get that. Not in America. But quiet as kept, word is that the queen controls America too, allegedly. Listen, man, by the time I go to jail by just giving, FBI. By the time I go to jail for fucking all these gems that I'm throwing out there and only getting fucking 4 listeners, how dare y'all fucking, like, you can tell I'm over here getting the cigarettes, like pack of cigarettes, like Denzel in what's that fucking movie, the cop movie? And he goes, oh, you motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all gonna fucking catch these gems later. Oh, yo, he was ahead of his time. Yeah. I'm in jail like, yo, what's up, nigga? They're gonna start, you imagine, like, they start really fucking arresting people for their thoughts? Well, listen, don't get me started on the Alex Jones shit. Cause they already did the sazon on Alex Jones. They made him look crazy to y'all. There you go. So by the time they do this, you'll be like, hell yeah, but you don't know the backstory though. You know, like, picture if that was you getting fucking slandered. You know, you would want people to fucking do their homework. Now we can do that shit with the internet. Back then, they would have just did 3 minutes on the news. That's it. It fed us they fed us the news. You know what I'm saying? But now, when you see that it's really about, I know that, listen, that Sandy Hook shit, it touches people's heart because it's kids. And when it's something like that, you can't really argue. And they love doing shit like that. Who's they? Well, do they talk about the exercises that was going on? There was videos around the area. It was weird. Okay? It was weird. So you don't want to have it to a point in America that I can't say, yo, that should look a little odd. And then boom, FBI. And they're gonna go like on some fucking Mission Impossible shit. They're gonna break through your windows through a rope and shit. Get down, get down. Dogs coming in, biting your fucking leg off. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could easily happen if we keep like not focusing on politics and just focus on like media from all around. The fact that we over here like, here, man, can you believe that I was eating Subways and I got an email about Subways? And you know what I mean? I'm exaggerating. But yeah, that right there should be a little alarming. Like, we over here smooth. Like, yeah, I can't believe it. Nigga, hell no. I could say right now, like, yo, you imagine a world that is mandatory geolocation. You be like, nah, hell no. I'd be like, no. But they will never touch that subject because, yeah, they probably have that shit on. Hell yeah. Which is a double-edged sword, though. I ain't gonna lie. Because, shit, if somebody stole my car, that motherfucker gonna have a phone. That's for sure. Everybody has a phone on them. You cannot you must be some pro at least to just have no phones. Do that shit solo dolo, but you can't. You can't ask people for phones anymore. People be like, what the fuck? You want to borrow my phone? If somebody asks to borrow your phone, you know your brain gonna be like, hell no. And your face, you gotta keep it professional because you can't look like, man, you can't do that shit. Unless it's like an elderly person, man. But yo, somebody did that shit like a couple years ago. I had to ball my fist just in case. I'm like, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Damn. But everybody can have a phone, so hell yeah, geolocation is on, even if you have it on. But just the thought of that, you'd be like, nah. But they're not gonna touch that subject because they will never say no. We don't really know. Like, hell yeah, they fucking know. So this is why I connect this. Let's pin that right there, and let's go to this pin right here. That's why that whole Osama bin Laden, we can't find them shit, that was bullshit. The only way it could be real is if he got so much money that he built so many underground joints that it's hard to tell. But you know America got a fucking flashlight that they'll just flash it up in the air and they'll just pinpoint him from far away. Come on, man. That's why America will never tell us about the high-tech shit. The fact that they don't know and they're making this big deal about UFOs, knock it off. Like that meme, not today. Yeah, because you think these motherfuckers gonna be like, hey, we seen this too. We don't know what it is. Hell no. They will never tell us this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? We better investigate this bullshit. Who the fuck is in there? You know how many probably days they spent after that shit with their biggest, best like technology and just did a standoff? You never know. And now they rolling out the like, yo, so all right, so put it like this. So we're gonna still tell them that we don't know what's that, and you come and you show up a little bit, and we're gonna record and we're gonna release a little by little. So by 2035, we do the agreement and we make contact. Like, you never know. That's how they're gonna roll it out. That's why this shit could be a fucking simulation. You see, or these people are creating. I don't know. See, this is where I can get deep, because it's not about creating context, but creating content. Was that too deep? Like, is the water getting too deep, or we gotta walk back? We gotta walk back to the shore. Because hey, it can really get on some what's that fucking Jim Carrey movie? It's one of my favorite movies. Fuck. Obviously not, right? Because I don't remember. This is the bad part that I hate when that happens in the podcast, because I'll be the dude that I'm like, hearing this shit. I'm like, oh, boom, this movie. And the person's taking more than 2 minutes. That's when I start getting pissed. The Truman Show. Boom. That shit can get very Truman Show-ish. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Bible is true, nigga, you know how many people will be pissed? They'll be like, damn, like, why y'all kept that secret away from us? We could have been not sinning. You know what I'm saying? But hey, to the Bible's defense, that's why they gave us free will. So, thanks to Adam and Eve, You can tell Evelyn's gonna look mad good, right? Look at me talking about my fucking super fucking grandparents. Can you believe that shit? Because here's the weird shit. Like, let's go back to the deep water real quick. No, there's no sharks in there. Imagine. Because we obviously know that we came from a huge generation, obviously, right? Either way you put it, either way you slice it, either from a fucking monkey that came from the water, or from the Bible, which was coming from Adam and Eve. The fact that is already written, that's dope. So that's why, if you're an atheist, well, all right, okay, but read the book. Y'all fucking reading over here, fucking what's this fucking Harry Potter books? And I don't want to fucking read the Bible, which is probably fucking like this is why y'all motherfuckers don't get me started. So think about it. We did came from one single fucking grandparent. And that's something that we would never have videos of. So that sucks, right? That's why I'm like, that's why they probably never give us, if they could create a time machine, if they have the calculation, these people probably have it. Or they found one. Alright, let's go back to the shore. Alright, that was too deep. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Maybe that's why they keep going to Iraq, yo. I'm telling you, when they go in there, they like, yeah, weapons of mass destruction, and they come back, they get, loco, no encontramos nada. And we was like, Tato, no, nigga, hell no. You know how many people they killed? How many families over there? Weddings they were bombing. Part of the reason they want to take down, I'm giving y'all gems tonight. Part of the reason they want to take down Julian Assange, you can tell that even the media can't say bad shit about him because it's just hard. But it's because he released those videos that was mad fucking confidential of the way they were bombing the Middle East. It was reckless. That shit like a video game. I will never forget that. It was like when you hear like white people on Call of Duty. That's how they sounded. They were like, permission, whatever. Permission. And then you hear them go, woohoo, got him. And I'm like, God damn. And just, they off over here on some high-ass helicopter shooting some super specific, detailed fucking missile. You see the whole shit. You see his mass smoke. And obviously, it's not like you see like a movie. And you see him right there laying down. Look at this mass smoke. That was a missile. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he got, we gotta get him. Treasonous. He's treasonous. Nah, motherfucker. But he was showing the dirty shit that we do. But see, America wanna over here be pretty. And this is why, like, I blame the fucking Democrats for just being so power hungry that they just fucked it up. I can never be Democrat. So I'm obviously, I guess, a Republican, but I can keep them on check too. America, I will call out because they over here want to show, only America is the best country. Yeah, but let's talk about the bad parts too. You know what I'm saying? Because when y'all want to keep history sacred, but when we go too far into deep history about slavery, y'all want to say, well, they want to always fucking change the goalposts and shit. I keep both of them on check. But yeah, man, like that whole shit, like what the hell was they were looking for in Iraq? And Iraq is the so-called cradle of civilization. See, don't say y'all can't learn some shit here today. Go pick them gems up. You're leaving them for the last 34 minutes. Go pick them shits up. Búscalo en la cova. Sí, porque quiere buscar los gems. Pick those fucking gems up, motherfuckers. So there's an obsession with fucking that whole part of the land. And they put Israel there. They yo, espérate que Hitler came, right? And he slapped mad Jews. You imagine, that's fucked up. See, you could tell. Yo, when y'all see me in those fucking museums, you better fucking hold me down with 100 piece on my fucking Cash App. I'm giving y'all raw. So they put the fucking Jews over there, and That's our alliance. Yeah, and of course they sending them mad money, about $3 billion every year, and then they tell us, "Get reparations." I don't see nothing, and that's what they tell us. You know what I'm saying? But you want to be lazy? No. Because let's keep it real. If that was Jewish people from Israel, they would have had their reparations, nigga. That's why they gotta feed us Cardi B and all that shit and keep us blinded from what. Not us, because reparations is not for me. I'm Dominican, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out of that. But when you see the bullshit that goes on in this country, you be like, nah, no wonder they is, party over here and, fuck bitches and abortions and all that shit. Hell yeah, because, nigga, last thing you need is a woke up black America. Huh? Come on now. And then they put us like them, fake leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because who really be in the middle of the streets? You know what I'm saying? Unless it's a drug dealer that, make so much money already. It's like, I'm going to politics. But you already leave a bad trail. But from the ground up, a politician local that's not DK. Because right now when I see somebody that's running with Democrat, I'm like, nah, because you know more than me. Nigga. Come on. You're going to be in that. You chose them. So, on homegrown, you don't see that shit. And if it did, we wouldn't support it. That's how we are. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I do like to circle back. Ding, 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 ding. To circle back to the fucking shit that I was saying, how you can split the hood, is because if we keep blaming each other. Because, all right, if it's the white man's fault, all right, we all know that, right? So let's stop killing each other. That's it. Why are we doing that? Let's drop all beefs. People don't have to be friends, but it's bigger than that now. It's about the block, and that it is bigger than that block because it's about the community. So it's a chain link. We don't have that thought. And it so just so happened that Ali, the biggest people who have the biggest influence, won't set that blueprint up. Ooh. All right, that shit sounds like I was taking a shot at Jay-Z. Damn. Nah, but who knows, man? Like, what if they be like, Jay-Z been wanting to do that shit, and they were like, Jay-Z, where you're going? And he was like, oh, nah, I'm about to give this money to the hood, and I'm gonna start and they're like, you want to hit number one? You better give me that money, send it and donate it to this fund over here. And you be like, oh shit, Los Caminos de la Vida, good song. Imagine. Then you'll be like, fuck, this shit ain't what I thought it was. Then you probably look fake in front of your peoples. You never know. They'll freeze your account. They'll be like, we're freezing it. What we told you about that, you be like, whoa. Maybe that's why these people be stressed out and shit like that. Yo, you never know. When that dude from his name Houston, he made that song called I Like That, and then he was viral, especially with that huge hit right after when he fucking locked himself in the bathroom and fucking poked his eye out. That right there, I was like, whoa, hold up. And then especially with the internet right after booming, you see how celebrities don't really like that celebrity shit. It's easy for us. I know it's easy for us to be like, yeah, but I could take my family to Brazil and shit. I know. But the fact that more than one celebrity said that they'd rather go back to being broke, that right there, I'm like, all right, that's the last straw. Because if coño, hell nah. That's crazy. Back to living a regular life. And you can't go back because once they see you working at the nearest shop, they'll be like, what? That's the whack shit. That's why I'm playing it safe. I ain't putting my face all over these motherfucking podcasts. Bad enough I'm already giving it up, saying whatever the fuck I want. then I get fucking 4 views. You imagine I'm talking all this shit and they're like, yo, damn, he's talking about the 4 views. And then I get like millions after, which I think is going to happen. I mean, hopefully if they don't knock the power grids, of course, which may happen. Can you believe that they show that fucking post-apocalyptic ass fucking warning? And it's by the fucking real channels of like NYC shit about a blast, an atomic blast. I'm like, yo, they gonna 9/11 us again here? God damn. That's when you know it's bigger than money. Don't, like, some people probably still defending their political peoples because they think it's about, like, oh, they're thinking locally. No, it's bigger than that. Everybody is serving somebody with a higher purpose and a different vision. If I'm wrong, man, it sure seems like it. The fact that everything, the new term is shit is Orwellian, and that's from the 1984 book by George Orwell. You know what I'm saying? The movie came out in 1984, by the way. That shit seemed mad far-fetched. Not now. Hell no, not now. It's about censorship and groupthink. Nigga, you know how many people were fucking mad as fuck when I was like, yo, I fuck with Trump. Yo. And you could tell, like, the way I am, I would have lied just to keep the joke going. But I know I really was fucking with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you, I repeat the story over and over. That shit scared the fuck out of me when I was like, yo, Trump is a racist motherfucker running? I heard this nigga's speeches, and I'm like, nah. This definitely cannot be his fucking speech. What the fuck? He's over here talking about he's banging on the Illuminati. All this shit that we hear about, yeah, we want the president to do this. This nigga was talking there. I'm like, oh, this nigga's it. Right there, I was like, okay, either this is like control opposition and really Hillary's gonna win. That's how I was thinking, like, okay, yo, Trump, he did his thing though, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Like, damn, so now they, in my mind, this is how my mind was. I was like, damn, so now they coming out with one of their own attacking their own. Nigga, when Trump won, I was like, oh! Yo, the next day, it felt like the day was mad quiet. Everybody was quiet. I was laughing. I was like, no, Trump won. That shit felt like Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. God damn. Or like the first time that Felix Trinidad got knocked out by Bernard Hopkins, and the father came in. He came in with the towel. No. I mean, hold on. You could tell that fucking punch from Hopkins, that shit lifted his fucking vertebrae. He would pop with an uppercut, and then boom with the cross. Nigga, Felix Trinidad was like, ¿qué? ¿Cómo fue eso? Nigga, his father walked in like, no, I mean, hijo, no, oíste. Nah, he ain't came in there like wildin'. He just came with the towel, like he knew, like, fuck that shit. That's why, his son, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he got in there after that shit, and he started writing these automatic, like these executive orders, exactly about the shit that he was pitching the whole time. By that time, when I first heard his, like, this is what it was. Obviously, I spoke about the truck that I saw in the Bronx, and I was like, whoa. I was like the pure fucking liberal that I was. Not really, but I already was, digging into information and shit, but still, that part of politics I was brand new in. And then I was like, there's a Trump supporter in the Bronx? Whoa, so these racists is out here. And right there on my way to work, I was like, let me fucking hear this motherfucking speech. Yo, that shit was like a fucking smack. Like, like the rap battles where everything was a punchline. I was like, oh. And then he goes, and then another punchline. Oh. I was like, this nigga speaks like this all the time? This nigga gonna get killed. Flash forward, they were putting that messages all over. Remember when Snoop Dogg shot a clown that looked like Trump? And when he shot dope, what came out was Bang, the little flag. Yeah, pero that's basically letting you know, oh yeah, si matamos el tipo, ya tú lo viste, ¿verdad? Porque ya was okay with it when we show. That's how they work, yo. I'm telling you, it sounds crazy, I know, pero listen, I'm a black belt when it comes to this shit. I don't want to see a white person, or a white belt talk about, nah, I can do that move, master. I can do that move better than you. That's how I'm hearing when you be like, no, and you come with these objections, because I can mention a couple fucking shit that really happened that you could really look it up. I can list the whole oh, that reminds me, I made a wild ass hoodie. You can tell the person that did it, he must have saw that shit. He was like, yo, what the fuck is this? And they must have looked it up. I made a hoodie with all the conspiracy theories that came out to be true. And it was a long ass list, and I put it in the back of the hoodie, but it looked small, so it came out small. I really wanted it like a bigger size, but I just be thinking, like, imagine the person who was printing that shit, they were like, hold up, because there was a bunch of shit that you can look up that it was conspiracy theorists, but then when it comes out 30 years later, oh, this shit was true. Now that's it. It was wasted. That's why they wanted to release the results of the COVID, of what's in it. They say, oh, in 70 years. Yeah, why? Because what's going to happen by 70 years? We probably all going to be dead. You know what I'm saying? So when they were like, nah. The way y'all made that shit mad fast, I'm pretty sure y'all got freshly printed papers of what the fuck y'all added. We want that whole shit. And they had to release it. You see? Remember, like, when you see that shit happen, like, I understand that the term conspiracy theory, that shit is run its course, you know what I'm saying? But they really did, that ass created that term after allegedly after the JFK assassination. So they termed it that. When you had an opinion other than what the news told you, the official news. Back in the 90s, like, this is why probably Michael Jackson was like the first person that the media killed, because they pressured him so much. Like, once we see it in the news, that's it. It's signed, sealed, delivered. That's how it was in the 90s and the 2000s. So it took a brashy motherfucker like Trump to come and say, oh, I hate this guy. He always talking about fake news. Flash forward, the news were ODing. You know what I'm saying? So it makes you think, like, was that energy needed? Because if he would have came smiling like, hey, but the news is fake. I'm sorry, the news is fake. Nobody gonna give a fuck when you have a brash motherfucker talking crazy. It gains too much attention, especially when they thought that he would never win. So they gave him extra attention, and he didn't even need to win his look at me talking about Trump for fucking 10 minutes, right? This is why the viewers go down. But listen, all I'm saying that is a long game. So all I'm saying is like chicka. Nah. The country lies a lot. That's all I'm saying. They lie a lot, and they'll make a lot of shows that will make you think otherwise about how shit really is going on. And it takes me to be fucking around in my 30s to snap out of it. But it's not even an age thing, because you see people old enough and they don't see the shit. And then it makes people who do feel like how I feel, that there's a lot of people, not because of the internet, thank God, you know what I'm saying, for the internet. But other than that, you would have been outcast that would have had thoughts like that. Imagine you talking about the Epstein shit, and you knew this shit in the 80s, and you would have talked about that shit to friends. They will not invite you ever again. Let's be honest, right? But now that we could just basically look it up and have proof, and it's just like, damn, these people were right all along. They deserve your fucking applause. Like Alex Jones, no wonder they trying to get his money, trying to bankrupt him, because he was giving it up from the long time. Now he's being vindicated about all that shit that he was talking about. You know what's the worst one? When they talk about how, oh, ain't that the guy that talk about how you could turn the frogs gay. And I was believing that too. I was like, oh damn, yeah, that's if I saw it. Come to find out, I'm looking at the show and he goes, and remember when they talked about how I was saying that the frogs are gay and how that's a lie? Well, look at the papers. He showed a study from a college and how they explained how they could eventually, little by little, manipulate a frog and to turn and try to mate with his own sex. And it was something that was in the water that they did. And I was like, oh shit. Pero imagine you telling them, no, that was a lie. And when you debating somebody, it's about who can win. It's like it becomes a rap battle. That's why you can't do it. Or in the comments. I'm willing to lose in a debate because I'm going to learn, you know what I'm saying? But tampoco don't come with some weak ass fucking facts that you call facts and I'm over here citing real shit and shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what is real? You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. At this point, like even that whole probably Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, you never know if that was an act. You never know. Because she's back with Kanye. Look at me talking about this gossipy shit. But the reason I say that is because, like, imagine now after all those pictures you took with him, when let's say you tired of his dick, now you're gonna come back to me and you're gonna tell me, but think about the kids. See, and that's a good point, right? And that's why they use that shit like as like their final bomb. And you gotta fucking hold your shield up, ding, ding, when they come with that hard hit, because you're like, yo, am I gonna go back to this shit? So what happens when you get tired of my dick again? You're gonna create some fake bullshit or whatever the fuck, and now all of a sudden you're tired again, and you need some space. Y tú estás aquí maticando con otro tipo. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Listen, I say it like this, and I'm no fucking relationship guru, but a relationship to me is like, and stamp this. A relationship to me is like a relationship between a pitcher and a catcher. In baseball, we have to be on the same page. If not, by the second inning, we're gonna be losing fucking 13-1 because we out here just giving home runs and the doubles and hits. We gotta be on the same page. So being on the same page is like, yo, hold up. Don't let a TV show make you, blinded to materialistic shit when we have a family type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't let your friends influence your decisions. Cause when they single, girl, you know it's true. But when they find that man that they like, they will not hit you up. And y'all know that too. So, and I know right now some girls, hell nah, cause this girl right here, she been listening. I'm gonna text her right now. Listen, she responds back. I get it. I get it. But we have to be on the same page. Because it's all about embarrassment. I don't want to be like, first of all, imagine me thinking, oh my God, I'm going to post the pictures of me and this chick up. And fucking a year later, then like, now I'm deleting everything. Ew. Never again. Hell to the fucking no. That's so embarrassing. I remember when I had this relationship, a relationship. The worst thing was just speaking over and over. It felt like an interview. I felt like Allen Iverson when he was getting frustrated when they were talking about practice. Because I was like, God damn, I got to tell like 23 people back to back to back what happened. And then you'd be like, oh, here it comes. We all have that. Oh, here it comes. We all have that in our head. Let's keep it real. And you be like, ¿cómo está? Sí, bendición, sí, sí, ya. No, no dejamos, tú ves. It's so funny that when I was saying it, I was laughing at myself. Cause that shit felt like a fuck. I felt like I was a celebrity, and that's why they get like frustrated in TMZ and shit. Get that camera away from me. Get the fuck out of here. Oh man, see, maybe everything is a joke. I guess a lot of girls complain about that shit, but come on now, it's better than that than me fucking ending up on the news and shit. This guy punched his fucking. Oh hell no. You know what made me definitely never hit a woman? First of all, my power it's like Hulk compared to women, so that is just totally cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like to hit a woman, like no matter, like a girl can never really get me pissed. Like I'm saying that now, and obviously if the girl turn around like I love you, child support, and I'm like oh fuck, but not to a point you're gonna physically hit her. They're gonna keep winning. You're gonna just be in jail. Fuck that. You gotta think long game, nigga. I'll play the game of Madden on your ass. I'll set a defense on a woman, impenetrable defense. That's why I don't break up with women. I never do. I let the women break up with me. Eddie, cause that's when you put the bam, 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 bam. Hell yeah, yo. Cause shit, listen. In my younger days, I'm telling you, ooh, girls was like a leaf blowing wherever the wind goes. Whoop whoop. One day I'm like, oh, one day I'm bored, and you gotta take that shit. You can't be like, no, fuck that bitch, stay with me. Hell no, hell no, hell no. And they can say, hey, oh, maybe you haven't met. All right, yeah, well, maybe. But shit, a relationship nowadays. Ooh-wee. That influence. And then you see then you see these motherfucking memes. Everything. The women, they're obsessed with the phones. Let's keep it real. I mean, men are too, but damn, son, where you find this? That's how the women's fucking face, their fucking beak is right in front of the fucking phone, like a fucking woodpecker, yo. Everything is a picture. They've ruined pictures now. People ruin pictures. There's so many pictures, but I understand pictures is dope though because. Fuck, man, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna want to look back in history, but, yo, if I have a girl that comes in the restaurant, we sit down, and before she fucking even put the fork on the plate, she over here fucking voguing with the fucking plate. Oh, man. I'm gonna have a smile. Let's keep it real, right? I'm gonna be cordial and have decorum. I'm talking shit, but in my mind, I'm like, boo, like wrestling, boo, boo. That's how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So you need a woman with decorum. So don't be fooled. That's why these motherfuckers be just shipping them in from the island. You don't want to end up like that. You get them from the island. They come over here, give us 4 kids, and stay in the room. They can stay in the room. Nah, you could tell. You could just clip that right there and make me look crazy if I'm famous. Look how he was talking about women. You can stay in the room. Oh man, they're gonna pitch that shit dark too to make me sound like Darth Vader. Stay in the room. Like, you can tell he was there. He was doing it right there. And then some girl's gonna come out crying. I'm like, wait a minute, that was me on my podcast. You're a liar. Oh man. But what I wanted to say was stay in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because let's keep it real. Like, here's the thing. I'm a man's man, allegedly. Yeah, he can. Come on, because I'm over here. Listen, I'm a man's man. But if there's a fucking spider in the house, shit, I understand I'm a man's man. But shit, I think I'll call the cops. My bad. Because you imagine you miss, and that shit is somewhere behind something now that you know you can't reach, and you can go to sleep. Hell no. But other than that, I'm a man's man. But listen, you know that when women go to jail to work, jail. But you know it's gonna be that one person at work that she probably gonna flirt with, and now they make that term, DK, your work husband. I don't like that shit. What? Nigga what? Nigga who? See, that's why the Palestinians, they know, they're like, yeah, man, you're gonna walk around like this. You imagine they put that strict ass rule in America, all these Jezebels will rebel. They're all gonna climb on top of each other and become Voltron. No, we're not. They all show their breast to show that they're free and fearless. Nah, I gotta stop. I've been talking for too long, yo. But did I even hit the topics? I was gonna get into some alien shit, but I already did. But that Brittany Griner shit, 9 years. I understand. I understand that's a lot. That's a lot. But as I take my sip, she was talking shit about America. So, not to, oh shit, it's growing again. My mullet is growing because it came back out in my MAGA hat. Because she was talking shit about America. And now you caught up some shit that easily you could have been back. But even your homeboy Biden hasn't even stepped in and said, yo, ¿qué lo que pasa con Brittany Griner? Bring her home. Or something. You don't hear shit. You don't even hear Kamala Harris, break any sweat about it. Unless she's forced. That should have been her on top of it. Ain't she talking about for black people and all this and that? You see, they get the vote and they yada yada yada. There's a difference between being wise and woke. Wise, you can see it coming from down the block. Woke is just obviously realizing it, like, oh. But it might be too late when you realize. You gotta be wise. You gotta see that shit come. And one of the best ways of being wise is knowing history. Oh, learn the history about Russia. Why Russia is this way. Why Cuba is this way. Why would they come here, everybody just be like, they want to talk about discrimination, but when they come in here, they calling them fucking white people and all that shit because they know about socialism and they come here to do the total opposite. And here we getting into socialism. They see that, they speak their truth. They know more about politics than us because they came from a world that they had to know what the fuck was going on in their country. We just, America's too commercialized. So back to the movies, right? I feel like the 80s and the 90s totally commercialized. Then 9/11 happened. Now we were like, whoa, we entered an era of war. Endless war. Endless profit. Then we became basically a Joker society, like the movie The Joker. Free crime, that's where we at now. You are here. Like, you're in the middle of the Bronx Zoo or some shit. Now, what's left? Like, back to what I'm saying. The Mad Max scenario. Fighting for resources. Or Cyberpunk era. But either way, you have to take information with a grain of salt. Back in the days, you could have just, how people did Michael Jackson and Wacko Jacko, and then as soon as he died, oh my God, Michael Jackson, it changed just like that. And this nigga was getting buried left and right, raiding his house and everything. He may have to make that speech, and he is weirdo, or he may look weirdo and act weirdo, whatever. But when the FBI raided this motherfucker's crib, investigation and shit, allegedly they didn't find shit. Could he been paying them off? You never know. You can't trust these people in Hollywood. But he was attacked, cleaned that up, made everything about his history, and now whoever gets a cut of his music gets a cut. Hopefully the family gets it all. But there was no Twitter. I clearly remember he did an interview with a British person, an Indian person. And I remember clearly watching that interview. And then it came out, obviously, with the internet. Because I must have missed it when I don't know if that was true or not, but Michael Jackson recorded the person interviewing him. So he had that tape because when the interview first aired, it made Michael Jackson look terrible, like bad chops, making him look like non-responsive to like questions and shit. A hit piece. But they control the media. Now the media is not in power. Nobody watches the news. That's it. It's over. That's why these people are mad. And now they're attacking, well, the internet needs to be censored now. Yeah, because they losing. They losing control. And we seeing it day by day, little by little. And I'm warning y'all, and I've been warning y'all for the longest. It's never too late to kind of like realize, like, wait a minute. These niggas getting out of hand. And if voting is for real, if it is for real, the midterms and then the next presidency, it's crazy that we have to wait this long though, right? That's crazy. Until then, you never know if they leave on bad sour grapes. Like, fuck that. We leaving them, but we ain't gonna get reelected. Fuck it. They're already saying that Democrats don't want to reelect Biden. So you never know if him and Kamala be like, yo, fuck it. Let's flood the gates. Blah, fuck these niggas as we leave. Shit is getting serious. That whole COVID shit was a sign. These people were willing to sell their country for anything, to the highest bidder. So that's why I make this podcast. The medicine and the candy, as always. I try to make it jokeful, but also as therapy, because I can't believe I'm seeing all this shit, and like half of the world is like still in limbo. Not anymore though. You see people waking up. They have to admit it now. I mean, goddamn. How many fucking more times are you gonna beat a dead horse? What the fuck they getting away with? These and the both Democrats and Republicans was on that. They shouldn't get more than $1,000. Hell no. Man, they sending Ukraine money left and right. But you don't see that demeaning hell no that they will say to their own citizens. Listen, don't get me started. I'll stay here for 2 hours. Anyways, Pirate Radio episode 63. I always got to get cut off. I just want to keep it 1 hour. I got more for next week. We're going to talk about the same bullshit over and over. And we out. Peace.